So how about 2 new releases from the house of Rosa Salas? If you want to find out what them releases are, well then, you know what to do. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Scott, this is the Centurion, and today, like I said in the intro, it's 2 new releases from the house of Rosa Salas. Now, Rosa Salas was kind enough to send me a couple of 5ml samples for me to try these fragrances, and I absolutely love them. So I thought, I was under no obligation, so I thought I'll share them with you guys because these are lovely. But first off, the first one I'm going to do is Dazing Vanilla. Now that is an interpretation of Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale. And what I'm going to do is I will just show you the presentation of what you would get from Rosa Salas first off, for those of you that don't actually know. Now these are priced respectively, some are slightly different in price, but only like a £5 difference. But the Vanille Fatales, they start off with a, let me just get with a 10ml, which is like that, and that will be £14, and you get a lovely little square bottle like that. That's £14. Now bearing in mind these are very, very high concentrations of oils in here, top oils, and they are vegan and they're not tested on animals, obviously. The next size up is a 30ml, and you get a lovely tube there, as you can see, and that's the same shape bottle but obviously bigger, and that's what you get. And they're great sprayers as well. That's 30ml for the Vanille Fatale will be £30. Now the next fragrance that I will be showing you, you can add £5 on each. And the next size up is the big boy, which is your 50ml, and that is that size, you see. And again, same shape, but they're beautiful. The containers that they come in are absolutely fantastic, really good for traveling. So like if you plug them in your gym bag, or if you're going out of town or something, you're keeping your fragrance safe. And if you want to keep them in a cabinet or something, they don't take up a lot of space, do they? Because they're taller rather than wider. So they're great shape, brilliant, nice heavy glass as well. So everything about the presentation is really good quality. Now, let's get on to the actual fragrance. Now I've got the right one, Dazing Vanilla. Now this, and the 50ml one would be, for Dazing Vanilla, would be £40 for a 50ml of really, really high concentration EDP, not tested on animals. What more could you ask for? I'm not gonna bang on about what these are an interpretation of, because I haven't got them. I have got a little smidgen of Vanille Fatale by Tom Ford, but Claire from the SmurfyGurly channel has already done a side-by-side comparison. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link of her channel in the description, and you can check out that video as well. But this is Dazing Vanilla. Now it's got top notes of saffron, coriander, myrrh, frankincense, and then there's tobacco, buckwheat, coffee, lily, marzipan, and then there's Madagascan vanilla, sapila, and leather. Now sapila, I think, I might have got this wrong. I think that might be a wood. There is sapila wood. I might have spelled that wrong. I don't know. But on to the fragrance. Let's just spray a little bit. I mean, I've already sprayed some. Oh, that is lovely. Right, this is a powdery vanilla, but not a powdery vanilla as in like your grandma's dresser. It reminds me of powdered custard, if you know what I mean. Really, really, it's mouth-watering, but it's got a dryness to it. Like I said, it's sweet and dusty. There's an incense to it, and and there's a warmth to it as well. So it's leaning slightly on an old-fashioned dessert. What it reminds me of actually is, and there are several fragrances that have done this before, but it reminds me of an old-fashioned vanilla custard slice, where you're getting the smell, the warmth, and the smell of the pastry. You're getting a mouth-watering vanilla custard, but a gelatinous type of custard, and then you're getting a sweetness of the icing on top, and that's what it reminds me of. But then there's the incense in there as well, and a tobacco as well. There's a light tobacco, and that really warms it up and makes it such a cozy fragrance. This would be ideal around Christmas time, but the warmer weather for sure, autumn, winter, and the cooler weather in spring. Oh, it's a fantastic fragrance. On my skin, I get a good 8 hours out of it. It's not overbearing, it's really cuddly, it's going to draw people in, and I think all in all it is a fantastic fragrance. There is also, I get a slight leatheriness to it. Not a huge amount, but just a little. And that all gives it that base for which the sweetness lays on top, if you know what I mean. And it is just glorious. And that is 085 Dazing Vanilla, an interpretation of Tom Ford's Vanilla Fatale. Now, on to the next one, if I can find it in the pocket. And this one is 084, and it is Silent Rose. Now, this is an inspiration of Les Belles Roses by Louis Vuitton. This one, now if you look online, the original is going to cost you in the region of about £220 a bottle. Like I said, this is £5 more for the 30ml, so instead of £30 like the vanilla one, this is £35, and for the 50ml is £45, which is still a super bargain, isn't it? This has got notes of Rose Absolute, Bulgarian Rose, Black Pepper, Ambroxan and Oud. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh no, here we go, another Rose Oud. I've already had a discussion with people, some close friends, about this, and every single Rose Oud is different depending on what you're buying, what you're sniffing. This is different. This is such a beautiful. The Bulgarian Rose really comes out for me in this. I'll try and give you a comparison in the roses. You're probably going to think I'm stupid, but if you imagine an orange, and then you've got two segments. You've got one segment which has had all the pith taken out or taken off of, and then you've got another segment that's got a little bit of the pith left on. You know, they both taste exactly the same, but the one with the pith in has got just that little bit of sourness to it. This is what that rose is in here. It's not a gourmand, jammy type of rose, but it is a juicy rose that really gets you at the back of your jaw, but it's got a slight sourness to it. And then mixed with the oud, and there's a woodiness to it, sits in the base, and it just lifts that rose up. It is such a beautiful mix. I've not smelled any. I suppose I could say I've smelled some rose ouds that are a little bit similar, but not like this. This is beautiful. Haven't smelled the original. I'm just going by what this is smelling like, and this is absolutely wonderful. It's got an ambery feel to it. It's warm and spicy. The pepperiness comes through a lot later on, but when it does, it then gives that extra spicy facet, and it turns it into a much more warmer fragrance. And this is, again, this would be ideal autumn, winter, and the cooler weather in spring. I think, to be quite honest, because I love rose and oud, and I love ouds, most ouds, I would wear that in the summer as well. Probably summer evenings though, not during the daytime, because I don't think you would be doing it justice. But if you love rose, if you like a rose that's got just a little bit of a hint of sourness, you know, like when you're sort of sucking on a lemon a little bit, and that gives you that little twinge, then you're gonna love this. And like I said, with that oud, I don't get no animalicness at all from that. The oud just plays a role in mixing so well with the rose. But that is 084 Silent Rose. They are my two offerings from the Rosa Salas. I've already done another one, which is Anastasia, and that's in one of my videos if you'd like to take a look. But that one is Anastasia. I liked it so much I bought a full bottle of it, so don't think I'm just giving these, because I'm not. If you did like the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so that alerts you on future videos that I'm doing. And most importantly, I would like to say, please keep safe out there. Thank you very much.